in. Hello, you must be Victoria.
I am.
Oh, would you like something to drink?
No, thank you.
Okay, well then just have a seat. How did you find the office okay?
Yeah, I had to come straight from work to fly over here.
Oh goodness. You could have rescheduled?
Oh, man, gotta get this over with.
Okay. Okay. Well, my name's Ashley Rose. I'm a student. I'm enrolled in a psychology interviewing course. My work here will be reviewed by Dr. Turner at Eastern Kentucky University to ensure that you receive the best treatment possible.
Okay.
Okay. I'm looking forward to working with you today.
Thank you. You're going to have a good time while working with me. You hear my husband say.
Okay. Since we don't really know each other, counseling can seem kind of awkward at first, but hopefully we'll start to feel comfortable with each other as time goes on. Please feel free to ask me any questions as we go along.
So, whatever I say ain't going to leave here, right?
No, ma'am. Are you familiar? You come to the room, but are you familiar with confidentiality?
You could go over it.
Okay. Well, this right here is an informed consent form, and I'll just briefly go over it as you're reading over it. Okay. Basically, it means what you say in here stays in here. I won't discuss our conversation with other people. However, there are limitations to confidentiality. If you talk about harming yourself or others, elder abuse, child abuse, I will have to alert the proper authorities. Also, if there are any people that you would like for me to discuss information with, such as a lawyer, physician, or spouse, I will need your written permission to do so.
And to restart.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, if you could just sign that for me. Just the red tape, you know what I mean. Do you prefer to be called Victoria or Mrs. Lester?
I'm Victoria.
Okay. Victoria. Okay. So what brings you here today?
My husband. He told me I come.
So it wasn't your choice.
No,
I don't have the perfect memory, so if you don't mind, I'm going to just jot down some notes. That way that I'm taking down your main points.
I don't care a little bit.
Okay, great. If at any time you'd like to read my notes, I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, so to get us started, why don't you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
That's a hard question.
It's very broad. You don't have
It
to do it.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just work, go to school, and go home. That's all I do.
Okay, so you're in school. What are you studying?
To be a probation officer.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. So you're interested in law somewhat.
Somewhat.
Okay. Okay, so why did your husband ask you to come to therapy with him?
Because he's just mad because I don't include him in no plans and I just do things on a whim. I don't, it's very impulsive sometimes.
Okay. Okay, so we know that your husband thinks that you're impulsive. What are a few words that you would use to describe yourself?
To describe myself, I would say I'm fun, outgoing, trustworthy,
Okay.
just not a relationship.
Okay. What do you mean by that? You're not trustworthy in a relationship.
And that's kind of why I'm here, because I kind of cheated a lot.
Oh. Okay.
So, here I am.
Okay. So you said that you cheated. From the way that you said it, it seems like it was more than once.
It was several times.
Okay. Was that with the same people or multiple or?
There's like 3 of them.
Okay. 3. And so your husband asked you to come here.
Because he
you're-
wants us to work this out, so he needs me to find out why I cheated.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get that figured out. Okay. All right. So tell me, What's your earliest childhood memory?
Um, with what? With my parents or with my grandparents?
Just as far as you can think back. Like my very first memory that I can remember is in kindergarten, they played the national anthem every day, and I could never get through the whole thing without yawning.
My first memory is getting whooped.
Do you remember what you were whooped for?
Yeah. It's by my dad. Let me tell you about it.
I mean, if you feel comfortable telling me about it.
I was like 4 and I was on the hood of a car and my uncle was there. And when mom left, my dad said I was being sexual, so he whooped me with the car.
With the car in town.
And then that's when I went to custody. Yeah.
Okay, so from birth to 4 years, you lived with your biological parents.
Uh-huh.
So, do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have 2 brothers and sisters.
And at this point, did your grandparents get custody of them as well? Are you older, younger, middle?
I am the oldest child.
So your first memory is a punishment.
Ironically, yes. That's exactly true.
No, I know, but I mean. Okay. All right. So, tell me a little bit about whenever you lived with your grandparents.
His mom. Yes. They were just like mom and dad, so.
So, the relationship that you have with your grandparents is a positive one.
Yes.
Can you tell me anything about, tell me your happiest childhood memory, or just a happy childhood memory with your grandparents?
Shopping.
Shopping. Okay.
Grandma and I go shopping every single weekend, and Papa would give us money every single weekend.
Okay, so would you say that your grandma had, she really enjoyed shopping, you said? Okay, so maybe did she ever buy things that she didn't need?
All the time, but we all do this. She and my quarter.
No, I wouldn't do that. I was just mean like maybe that's where you could
Maybe, because she might some stuff.
Okay, and so your papa, what do you mean by your papa gave you guys money?
He had me money.
So he was like the sole financial person?
No, she owned a restaurant and she had her own money, but obviously he made bank. So
Okay.
he supported all the shopping.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's get back on to whenever you said that one of your impulsive behaviors that your husband wanted you to talk about was that you cheated on him. Okay. So tell me just a little bit about how you got to that point with a person other than your husband. Like, how did it start? If you could just tell me a little bit about this person.
The person that I cheated on him with?
Yes.
Okay, we lost a baby and I hated my husband. So and he is what made everything better.
Okay. And so, by lost a baby, you mean that?
We miscarried.
Okay. So, how did this guy make things better for you at this point?
Because all my husband ever did was bitch. So I just was sick of him, and James was just a happy person, and he just made everything better.
So, you and James had, did you only have positive experiences with James?
No. We did.
Okay.
But
What were your arguments about?
stupid stuff, like he wasn't his wife.
Okay. Well,
Or I didn't text him soon enough. or he was mad that I couldn't meet him, or something.
Okay. Was he aware that you were married?
Yes, he was.
Okay, so moving on from that, could you tell me what you liked about James?
Weirdly, his body. I know it's weird. And his smell. He smells so good. And he just seemed like he really cared.
Okay. What do you mean seemed like? Are you not in this relationship with James anymore?
No.
Okay. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. His wife found out, and that was it. He just chose his wife. And that's it.
Okay, and you've had no other how long ago was this? You said that the affair started a year and a half ago. How long did it go on for?
About 2.5 months, and then about 2 months ago, he contacted me again, and well, we did it again, but only once. And he tried to contact me.
By did it, you mean
Yeah,
sex?
we had sex.
Okay.
And then he tried to contact me again, and I just didn't reply anymore.
Okay. Why didn't you reply the last time?
Because the last time that we hooked up, I asked because if you want me to be your wife, and he was like, no, I can't, not to the kids, they're 18.
Okay, so how old are his children?
4, and one's 2.
So like at least 16 years until
I
he
had one
leave
he
his
wanted
wife.
to be like.
Do you think that he wanted to leave his wife, or he was using his children as an excuse why he wouldn't?
No, I believe he truly wants to be his wife. He's miserable with her. But he loves his children. So, he ain't really hate it.
Okay. Okay. Did I already ask you if you and your husband have children?
Yeah.
Okay, and you had mentioned that you're pregnant. You're pregnant. Okay, and this is your husband's child.
Yes.
Okay, and so you can understand why he wouldn't want to break up his home. Is that what you were saying?
I understand why James wouldn't. But then I also understand why my husband wouldn't.
Yeah, I was being James. Because you wouldn't be comfortable breaking up your family once your baby.
Well, if I was unhappy with my husband, as he says he is with his wife, I would.
Okay. So from the tone of your voice, it kind of feels like you're a little bitter still toward James about not leaving his wife. So your feelings seem to be still strong.
They are. But it's possible that I'm pregnant 1 month. So.
Okay. And I don't want to assume anything about your feelings, but sometimes whenever you're thinking in the past, it always seems better. You only remember the good things about someone. Okay. So just tell me a little bit about your husband. What's his name?
My husband's name is Matthew.
Okay. And what's Matthew do for a living?
He works for a construction company.
Okay. Does he work a lot, a little? How's that situation?
He works 5 to 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts.
Okay, so he's gone a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so, how do you feel about him working all the time?
Mm-hmm. I just feel like he's being a man, supporting his family.
Okay, but you still work.
Yeah.
Is that, do you just like to work?
Choice.
Okay. Okay. You, let me just kind of go along with what you've been saying. You said a lot in the past 10 minutes, about what's been going on with you. And I just want to make sure that I'm tracking your main concerns. You've talked about your husband Matthew, and that you cheated on him, and he feels that it is related to your impulsive behavior. You like to make decisions on your own very quickly and not consulting anyone else.
He also believes it's for the childhood. He's like, because how people screwed you over, he feels like a child will screw him before they get a chance to screw you. Is what he feels.
Okay. And you had mentioned previously that your first memory is the punishment by your father. Okay. So that's a male figure. Okay. We've been talking a lot about how you're viewed as impulsive. If I were to describe you in one word, I kind of feel like you are a perfectionist. You're very concerned about every aspect of your life going exactly the way you have it planned. And if others get in the way of that, they sort of fall to the wayside. Even if you consider those people important in your life, such as your husband. Okay. As we work together, I think it would be very helpful if we focused on the way that you treat people when things don't go the way you expected them. How does this sound?
Sounds about right.
Okay. Okay. Well, you've made attempts to deal with this impulsiveness, and that's why you're seeking therapy. Okay. But I think if we dig down deep into this, that we'll build a concrete plan for how you can deal with this and your impulsive attitude, and we'll be successful in working together.
I believe we will too.
Okay. Are there any areas that you think that we might have missed, and if we meet again, that you would like to discuss in more depth?
I mean, I feel like we covered the basics.
Okay.
So we could just talk more into those.
Okay. First sessions can be pretty difficult because there's not a lot of time to cover so much. You did a very good job describing yourself in a very short period of time. Thank you for being so open with me and sharing so much about yourself today. You made a good decision when you decided to come here today. Getting help can be hard, but I think it's a sign of strength. How do you feel leaving here today?
I feel like my husband's going to be happy.
Okay, so
we are making progress.
So you're still concerned about how he's going to feel, not about how you feel.
I mean, if we could find the root of the problem, that would be great. But at least we're here starting it, not just sitting at home talking about it.
Okay. Well, if you have nothing else, do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Oh, you have a great day.
You too.
Oh my God, girl, that was 17 minutes. Okay. Hey, I'm good with that. Oh, they're right here. Somewhere. I did, but then I started getting weird. Oh my God. That's worth 100 points. I feel good about it though, for real. I might not have done it.
At one point, it's going to be like, like, you're going to be to find my husband.
Oh my God.